GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Experience the next level of imaging with Vivo X100 series. Pre-book now.
I love Telugu cinema for how there are so many big stars, for how the films celebrate these stars, and for how the audiences celebrate the films. This weekend for Sankranti, 5 big films were supposed to get released. That's the kind of celebration I'm talking about. There's, of course, a negative side to it as well, but that's for a later time. I've already watched 2 out of those. One very ambitious, the other not so much. Hi, this is Galata Plus. I'm Kairam Vaashi, and this is about Trivikram's Guntur Kaaram. A mass hero, familial emotions, excellent dialogues, one-liners, and humor. If this is the Trivikram formula, then Guntur Kaaram is the expected output. But is it the desired output? That's a different question. Trivikram is a big, popular writer-director who obviously all stars want to work with. And perhaps that is why you will see each one of them having at least one Trivikram film with the same formula. That is his forte, and I think I also understand why he chooses to do films in this genre. But is it sufficient for the audiences of this day and age? Is also an important question. Anyway, let's get to the story. Ramya Krishnan's father is Prakash Raj, husband is Jairam, and son is Mahesh Babu. Obviously not them, but the roles that they play. Ramya Krishnan many years ago abandoned her husband and her 10-year-old son and has been living with her father ever since, who I think is the leader of a political party, and she herself is a minister. Why did she abandon them? Will they all eventually reunite is what forms the rest of the story. I really liked Mahesh Babu's introduction shot where the camera hesitates to show his face. Wait a second before you tell me that, hey, that is how all hero introduction shots are designed. There may have been a reason for it. Ramana, the role that Mahesh Babu plays, is hesitant to face someone, and likewise the other person too. Manoj Paramahamsa's camera swirls and rotates like the steering wheel of the jeep Ramana drives. The hero carries a defect. His father is mostly confined to a room, its window, and a gramophone. The hero and his father don't converse with each other so much, and when they do, there's a peculiar way in which they converse. That adds to the drama, like how the relationship between the hero and his aunt does. Although the hero is absolutely invincible, there is a humorous twist to almost all the fights. The film's focus is on Mahesh Babu, while the core story's focus is actually on Ramana, a 10-year-old boy deserted by his mother, left with his remorseful, rich father, turns out to be the Guntur Kaaram chilli. Ramana is all macho on the outside but a softie on the inside. He actually says it himself, fair and lovely on the outside, unfair and lonely within. At one point, the camera stays on the ICU board of a hospital for an extra couple of seconds, which to me felt as if it was reflecting Ramana's emotions, where perhaps he wants to tell his mother, I see you. Or maybe I don't see you clearly. I liked Prakash Raj's makeup, and although he and the other actors who have played some of the important characters have really been sleepwalking into such roles for many years already, they continue to be perhaps this film's biggest strength. Sreeleela has done exactly what the script asked her to. Mahesh Babu doesn't stop at that. He uses all his ammo to push the script higher. What is mostly a routine affair, as expected, gets a gripping emotional climax. Ramya Krishnan, Ishwari Rao, and Rao Ramesh deserve a good chunk of that credit. Women also get to beat up the hero. Yay, progressive. Wait, don't be in a hurry. The very next moment, they are asked to cook biryani. The film overall did seem to be slightly desperate to pluck all the low-hanging fruits and squeeze the juice out of them fully, like how Sreeleela's dancing skills are fully exploited, which I don't entirely think is a good thing. The argument that this is a deliberately done commercial film for the fans and the masses may not fly too well. At least for me, at least from Trivikram. Was it a film that I couldn't sit through at all? No. Was it a minimum guarantee Trivikram film? Yes. Have I watched better Trivikram films? Also, yes.
GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Experience the next level of imaging with Vivo X100 series. Pre-book now.